One face near left edge.
Guys.
Speech off.
So it's VI Life with Kelly again, and of course voiceover. I'm doing this video giving you guys a few online tips for dating and also some things to look out for that you may be continuing to do in your responses that are yielding the same results. So if you're interested in why you may be attracting or finding yourself in the same situation each and every guy, or you just want some advice, some things to consider and look out for while online dating, then keep watching. So guys, tonight I am wanting you to, I still got these other videos playing. Hold on, guys. Had to turn it down. Anyway, I think that it's not too loud, and then when I get to talking, I'm like, dang it, I'm yelling. I'm yelling and I'm sleepy. Hold on, guys. I sat up here and just did all my videos today, with no sunglasses.
Speech on. Face near left edge. Selfie zoom. Face centered.
Okay.
Speech off.
So I hope that this was cool or whatever. But yeah. So I realized like halfway, I guess the day was almost over when I realized I had no earrings on. So I ended up putting on earrings for the last couple uploads. If you have not yet, check out my Instagram page. I put a lot of things over there for you to look out, including what my next uploads are. And if you want to leave a comment on things you'd like to see, videos you're wanting me to do, questions you may have that you want me to include on upcoming uploads, please leave that information there or down below, always. Yep, so you can follow me at VI Life with Kelly on Instagram, and the information is in the description box below. All right, guys, so let's get into it. Online dating tips and responses that you may be continuously giving that are yielding the same results. And it's not so much the same guy. Because you'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm always attracting the same guy. I'm always in this same paradigm. No, it's because of what you're saying. Some of it has to do with the things that you are saying and the things that you are overlooking. Now, some obvious red flags when you are talking to these gentlemen online is that they're never available until the wee hours of the night. They're messaging you through Instagram, or immediately they want your social media. Oh, let me hit you up on Messenger. Let me do, what's your Facebook? What's your Instagram? What's your Snapchat? These guys only want to talk through means of the internet. Google Hangouts. When they finally give you a number, they're like, yeah, we can text. Not we can talk, we can text. Then come to find out it's a text now number. All of this stuff is red flags. It doesn't mean necessarily they're in a relationship, but it does mean they have some problems. They have quite a few problems. Anytime somebody can only connect with you through the internet, they probably don't have service. Their phone is off. They did never have service. They probably are in jail or in a transition center where phone calls are being monitored after certain times of night, or they're not supposed to even have a phone. So they use the internet in order to communicate with you. Either way it goes, it's a red flag, and it's things that you need to not entertain. You do not need to make a deal or make an exception or try to stay positive on things that are negative. Stop selling yourself BS. Stop it. You're the only one that's convincing yourself that maybe he wants to protect himself because maybe he's gone through. He's a man. If he wants you, he wants you. He's willing to take the chance and talk to you on the phone during reasonable hours. A man that wants you is coming for you. He makes no excuses. He has time. He makes time. He wants to meet you in real life. He prioritizes that. And there's nothing that's going to interfere with him capitalizing and capturing what he wants. No, he's not going to call Bentley or Mercedes via Hangout, Google Hangout, via WhatsApp, and all this other mess. If he wants a house, he's not going to contact the realtor via text now and all that other mess. He's going to call, he's going to show up, he's going to take a look, he's going to inquire, he's going to do his research, he's going to do all of that, and then he's going to make a decision. So keep it simple. Do not start playing this mental game with yourself, trying to convince yourself and legitimize that some of this behavior is acceptable. And, well, you guys don't know each other. You're meeting on the internet. Everybody's got to be cautious. Stop it. You're on an online dating website. You're on here to date, to meet. That's the bottom line. I will say that another thing to look out for are men that you just exchanged information with, or you just start messaging and immediately they want to ask you to send them a picture of yourself. I don't care what they say. Oh, I want to verify if it's really you. That is not a verification tool that it's really you. So stop sending your pictures to random males that you don't even have a date scheduled with. All they're doing is cataloging you. CATALOGING. Cataloging you. Is so many of you all in their phone. They need to know who is calling their phone, what you look like, so they can prioritize you according to what you look like and what your conversation is like. How easy are you? So when your picture pops up, they can distinguish, oh, that's just her. I'll talk to her later. Ooh, that's her. Let me answer that call. Or, ooh, okay, let me text her back and see what she wants. It's a cataloging system. They also want to remember who they slept with and who they didn't sleep with. They want to also remember what they promised you or what they didn't promise you, who they cussed out and who they didn't cuss out, who they stood up and who they didn't. It's a lot of reasons why they want your picture. And unfortunately, there's a lot of scam artists on these dating websites. They're scamming you depending on your level of desperation. If you're looking for a sugar daddy, or it's obvious you're looking for someone to compensate you for your time, however you define that, then they pretend to be that individual, get you to give them some of your pertinent banking information or credit information, and then rip you off. So they need your picture so that they can catalog you appropriately and put the notes. Okay, I got her for $6,000, never answer her call. Oh, I ripped her off, used her credit card. Oh, I slept with her and stole money out of her purse. So there's a variety of reasons why these people want your picture. And one of the top reasons that I find the most disgusting is to masturbate. Because some of these guys need the fantasy or the illusion or the idea that they are desired and wanted by an actual person, and that those porn stars and sex workers don't do it for them because it's a job. But with you, it's a real possibility. So they want your picture so that they can masturbate. Either way it goes, do not give your pictures to anybody. You should have good pictures on your profile, close-up face pictures, full body pictures in different kinds of outfits. That is plenty enough information. If they want to verify that you are a real person, offer FaceTime. That is an acceptable and legitimate thing to offer. And I'm talking about a 30-second, 1 minute, not to exceed 2 minutes FaceTime, not a full blown conversation. Do not sit on the phone with these men doing FaceTime. That just escalates. It's a gateway situation, like gateway drugs. FaceTiming is a gateway situation that just leads to more requests. Ooh, you're pretty. Oh, wow, you look better on FaceTime than your pictures. Oh, can you stand back? Let me see your outfit. What do you have on? Are you in your bedroom? It just keeps going. You do 30 seconds. Hey, hi, I'm the girl. Let him look at you. You look at him. If you give a care, you get off. Okay, click. You don't even let them know you're getting off. Don't even bring it up that you're getting off of FaceTime, because they'll try to, well, what's the rush? What's the problem? You got something going on? Don't get it sucked into that raggedy conversation. Hang up and call them right back, regular call, and then proceed to scheduling a date. Proceed to getting to the point, because the only reason why you guys should have ever made it to the phone in the first place is because they answered your questions to your needs, wants, and desires that let you know this is a real possibility. You should have been asking immediately, what is it that you're looking forward to happening with me? Best case scenario, what would truly make you happy? You want to know what makes him happy. He's the leadership, right? You should be asking those questions. When do you have time for me? You should have asked that on the online dating platform. Do not get off the online dating platform without those 3 questions answered. If they don't answer the question, you're finished talking to them. You don't have to block them. You can just delete the conversation and move on to the next person, because that guy will understand, ooh, she wants these answers, and if he really wants a chance, he'll answer the questions. It'll pop back up. You'll read his answer. If it's to your liking, that's when you say, perfect, I actually prefer talking on the phone. I would like to hear your voice. Are you available to talk? And then you call me at blah, blah, blah. You put your number there. If he texts you, which most of them do, you do not text back. You don't text back. You don't verify, hey, is this such and such, blah, blah, blah. Because what they'll do, as soon as you say yes, they'll say, oh, send me a picture, sexy, or whatever crap they like to say. Send me a picture. Then when you have to text them back, no, call me. Why? Why can't you send me? Then if you don't say anything else after the no, call me, they will call you, and then they'll go into, why you couldn't send me a picture? I just wanted to save it for my contact. I bet you do, but I don't know you, and I don't know if I want to know you, so I don't want my picture in your phone. I would like to get to know you, meet you, and see where we go from there. Oh, I get that part. Now, they don't like when you talk like that, even though it's the truth. And you should not want random men having your picture in their phone. It's just not good. Okay, cool. But if you just don't ever say anything beyond if you really feel like you have to, yes, once they say, hey, blah, 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 I still wouldn't say anything. My number one advice is do not say anything back. They will call because they will be curious, and they know the last thing you told them was to call you. If you don't text back, they will call. Then when they call, they'll say something like, oh, I guess you didn't see my text. You say, no, I did, but I was busy and I asked you to give me a call. They'll be like, oh, okay. And then you just go right into, so what is your work schedule like? You have a flexible schedule? You know, what do you normally do on your day? And then that's when they'll tell you they work or they don't. They work for themselves, or they have a flexible schedule. And then you say, perfect. Well, What do you think? When do you think is a good time for us to meet and start this process? And then that's when he'll say, whatever day. Well, is Friday a good day for you? I could do dinner. He should say that Friday is a good day for you, or Saturday afternoon. I have Sunday. He should offer you some things to pick from, and then you pick. And then if he says something like, well, what do you think? Should we just do meet up for drinks, or can we just casually meet somewhere? If he says any of that type of stuff, that's when you say, well, I'm available for lunch on Saturday, or I'm available for dinner, if that's the vibe. If you're not available for those things, pick somewhere where you can have something to drink and an appetizer, so that way you're not stuck there with somebody that immediately hey, I don't like this. I'm not feeling this. Me and this guy, it's not going anywhere. Pick something that's, and then you also, if you're not sure, pick something that's going to be in the middle of what your day is already about. If you know you got to run errands, get your car washed, let me see. If you got to go get your car washed, go pick up some groceries, you know that you're going to go to the mall and pick up this. If you have a day full of stuff already, then pick something. You know you're going to be at the car wash. You're going to let them clean the inside of your car. You know you're going to sit there for 30 minutes or an hour. Tell them to meet you at the car wash. Well, hey, can you meet me at Mr. Car Wash on Piedmont at about 11 o'clock? Tell them to come in. They have coffee and all that stuff in there. If that's what you're down for, okay? If you're the type of woman that says, look, I don't want to be stuck on a date with anybody I don't really know. Cool. I've never met this guy. It's not like we met in passing or whatever. I'm meeting somebody that I've exchanged information with on online dating. Then do it. I say go for it. Make the meet and greet a neutral place that's along your day. Bow. Y'all sit there, y'all talk, you get a vibe, a feel for this person. Right then and there, no harm, no foul. Nobody's wasted any resources other than time, which all of us agree that that is a valid investment for what we're trying to do. Have companionship, right? Long-term companionship. So these are online dating tips. If you are a woman who says, hey, a man that wants to spend time with me, he needs to XYZ, then you need to state that when you get on the phone with this gentleman and you say, hey, well, when do you have, he should have already told you he has time for you all the time. He'll make time for you, his schedule. When you ask that, when do you have time for me? And he tells you, I'll make time for you. Perfect. When you get on the phone and you say, okay, well, let's have dinner. If that's your requirement, if that's your need, if that's what turns you on, it helps you understand this man is understanding and that's what he likes. He's used to catering to women and that's his thing. That's a part of the process for him. If that's something you need to determine, that's what you say when you get on the phone. Hey, I'm available for dinner on Friday night or Saturday, whatever day it is. What do you think? That's when he can say yes or no, or he can come back with a rebuttal. Okay, well, Saturday night is not good for me, but Sunday brunch would work. Perfect. Are you available for Sunday brunch? Perfect. Then y'all agree. If he says, well, where would you like to go? Or I've tried this place, I like this place. If it's a place you like to try or you like it too, there it is. Boom. But do not sit up on the phone, carry on a long 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour conversation with this gentleman. You will be stuck up on the phone. You will never get off the phone because you sat up there and gave all this energy, time, and attention. Now the desire, that interest is not there like it was to meet you and to interact with you, because you guys have sat on the phone and talked about everything and laughed and enjoyed one another and all of that. That does not work. That's not dating. That's called having a phone pal. You got you a nice phone buddy. You've got you, you know, A good old pen pal. That's what you got. When you sit up on the phone for hours, you're also showing this guy that you have nothing else to do. There's no other guys calling you. There's nobody else that wants you. You don't have nothing else to do but sit up on the phone at any given time with him for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, half an hour. No, ma'am, no, sir. That's not how you do online dating. Another problem, why you shouldn't be texting. And even if they say we can text, who cares? No, we can't text. We're not going to text. If you are a woman that likes texting, your texting need to go just like this. When he finally texts you, when y'all get off that online dating platform, and he's like, hey, this is Mark, is this Tina? And you say yes. When he comes back, oh, can you send me a picture? You say, no, we can FaceTime real quick. Then when he come back and say, oh, I don't have the iPhone, well, we could Google Duo real quick. Then he said, oh, I don't have Google Duo. Well, you have one or the other. You either have Apple or Android. Oh, I didn't know that. Then you tell him how to download that Google Duo. Bow. Next thing you know, you shouldn't be saying nothing else until he FaceTime or Google Duo you. Okay, bow. Y'all do the 15-second Google Duo or FaceTime. Click, hang up. Now he texts. Dang, you don't play about the FaceTime. No, I don't. So you said that you have time for me. You're gonna make time for me, right? Well, I have lunch available. I have dinner available these different days. What do you think? He should be texting right back. Okay, I could do Friday at this time, whatever. Then you should be texting right back. Okay, perfect. Don't disappoint me. I'm gonna put you on my calendar for Friday at this time. I'm looking forward to this, and I really just hate for you to blow it by not calling or making this a reality. You know, I'm all about a man's word. It's everything to me. He should come back. Oh, absolutely not. My word is bond, blah, blah, blah. Okay, bow. Y'all should be on y'all's date on Friday. It should be no more texting, none of this back and forth texting all night long. Are you kidding me? Oh, so what you doing now? What you got on? So how was your day? Oh, so what do you like to do? What do you want to eat? What side of town do you live? Oh, you got kids. I know your profile said you only had one child. La, la, la. No, ma'am. No, sir. We don't text all night. You said everything you needed to say. Y'all agreed y'all are going to see each other on Friday. That's the end of the texting. The next day, he may end up texting a couple of more times, but he'll stop because he sees you have said nothing. He's like, okay, maybe she sleep. He'll end up saying, good night, precious, whatever he wants to say. Nothing is going back. Then the next day, he'll probably send a good morning text. Good morning, love. Just thinking about you. I'm really looking forward to Friday. Cool. If he sends that at 8 o'clock in the morning, when you finish working or something, you get on a lunch break or something like that, you could put a heart on it. If you have an iPhone, you can put a reaction on that. That's it. No more, no texting. He comes back like, hey, you must go to bed early. La, 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 la. I text you last night, this and that. You don't say nothing else. Boom. Thursday, he'll text. Are we still on for blah, blah, blah? Or he may say like, hey, how's your week been? Blah, 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 blah. That's when you text like, it's been super busy. How's your week been? Super looking forward to dinner tomorrow night. Bow. He should come back. Oh, thanks for asking. I was wondering. My week's been busy too, or it's been real good. I'm looking forward to dinner tomorrow night too. Great. You put a heart on that. That's the end of the texting. Then after that, y'all, boom, 2 hours before the dinner, you chime in. Bow. I'm putting the finishing touches on my look. Cool. He should come back. Wonderful. I'm getting ready to step out the door myself. See you. Then you can text. Great. I'll text or call when I'm pulling up. Bow. He should come back. Perfect. The next time y'all talk is literally when you're in the car and you giving an ETA. ETA, 33 minutes. What are you looking like? Bow. He should be saying the same thing or beat you to the punch. Bow. Then you should be pulling up. Then you text, I'm here. I'm about to call your phone. Bow. Next thing you know, y'all are at the restaurant and having a first date, a first meet and greet. You should be smiling. He should be smiling, enjoying your view because you have invested in yourself all week to put your look together. You've invested in your skin. You've invested in your attitude. You've invested in your conversation. You've invested in your look. You are activating all 5 of this man's senses, and it is on and popping. When you're in the restaurant with this gentleman, let a gentleman be a gentleman. Let him and enjoy him opening the doors for you. Enjoy him putting his arm around your waistline or securing you and helping you to the chair or to the booth and moving things out your way and handing you your napkin or laying it on your lap for you. Let him be a gentleman and enjoy it and take your time. And if he's familiar with the restaurant, ask him what he likes on the menu. What has he had? Does he have recommendations? Do not be ordering hardcore liquor items, ladies. If you're going to have anything, it needs to be something like a peach Bellini, a mojito. It needs to be like a daiquiri. And when I say a daiquiri or a margarita, I am talking about where you cannot taste the liquor and you need to say that. Or have virgin pina colada, something to that effect, or an Italian red wine is always on point. And do not drink the full drink, ladies. We don't drink the full drink. But let me scale it back. You should be listening on the date. You should be letting him take the lead. You should be enjoying getting to know him, enjoying what his thoughts are, what he thinks about, what he's been thinking about, his plans, his projects, his goals. Really let him shine and enjoy it. Take your time eating. If you eat like a runaway slave or like a field animal, then eat something before this date. And that would be like a soup. That's my suggestion. Have a nice soup, a bowl of soup before the date. So that way when you have a side salad with dinner and they bring out the protein with a couple of vegetables, you will take your time because you're not that hungry. Do not forget these tips. This is what works. This is what gets you off the online dating platform, off the phone, out of texting, and in real life. This is what works. Anything else, you're going to stay in that repetitive circle and cycle of foolery. You're going to stay disgusted, frustrated, and confused and lost, wondering why it is everybody else is going on these fantastic dates and you're not. Because it's nice to be enjoyed by a man and it's nice to be enjoyed by a woman. It's nice to be amongst great company. Even if y'all don't fall in love, it's nice to get dressed up and enjoy someone else. And that's healthy. That is a very, very healthy and necessary component in dating. You do need to have those experiences. If you're at home all the time and you're never being enjoyed by a man, how are you going to know what that's like? And how are you going to not be overly eager for any sign of attention by a man if you're not used to having it all the time? You got to remember that. A part of dating is actually dating. A part of having a man is actually interacting with men. So you don't be caught off guard by their very common gestures and very common behaviors and very common reactions. So you have to be in the right mindset, and you definitely have to stay focused. And I have videos on that. Another thing that is messing you up in your online dating experiences. For some reason, you think you are supposed to be accommodating men. That is just showing me and the world that you haven't done the work of getting to know thyself, right? And I have a video on, are you ready for dating? Are you ready for love, right? It shows everybody that you have not done the work of getting to know thyself. So when you decide that you're going to make accommodations according to what a man just told you, men are going to feel you out, observe you, and try you. See what kind of woman you are. That's what they're going to do every single time. So if a guy tells you that he wants to marry you, but then turns around and tells you that he can't afford to pursue you, but he wants to apologize for not coming at you the right way. First of all, don't even respond to any of that. A guy should not be calling your phone who openly says things like that. A man will be inspired, the right man, the man that's for you, he will be inspired and motivated to push himself and stretch himself to do things he has never done because he has got to have you. A man will never tell the woman he wants, the one, that he cannot afford something that she desires, that he cannot afford to do something as basic as pursue her. He will break his neck finding a way to captivate this woman. So do not sit up on the phone, text back and forth, and fra-la-la around with a human being who tells you they cannot afford to pursue you. That just simply means you are not the one, but he is willing to take whatever you're willing to offer. If that's casual sex, he'll take it. If that's a casual phone call, he'll take it. If that's casual texting, he'll take it. If that's casual attention, if that's a casual riding around town with him, if that's a casual visit, if it's a casual corn dog on the corner, whatever it is that you'll offer, he'll take it. But you are not the one. Do not forget what I'm saying to you guys. This is serious. And this is the reason why you keep finding yourself dating the same guy that you keep swearing up and down. I don't know what it is. I just keep attracting this same type of guy. I don't know what it is. I just keep having these same experiences over and over and over. Okay, the reason why is because of the way you are responding to the things these guys are saying to you. This is why you're not getting anywhere. You're getting stuck. And you end up in these terrible pieces of whatever you want to call it a relationship. It's not a relationship. You've been sleeping with the same guy for 2 years that treats you like pure trash. You've never met any of his family. You don't spend any holidays together. Y'all don't go on dates. You just go over his house. You don't do anything together within reason because everything is prioritized above you. Why? Because you didn't make any requirements. You didn't set any boundaries. You didn't place any demands on that man for your life, for your future. You didn't do anything. You accommodated. Why are you accommodating somebody that's not your husband? Why are you accommodating someone who is trying or supposed to be showing you what they can offer and provide you? Why are you making accommodations? Oh, that's okay. No, I can work with that. Amanda told you he can't afford to pursue you. How does he know what he can afford? He could afford to approach you. Okay, all of a sudden, when y'all get on the phone and talk, excuse me, guys, he can't afford to pursue you. But when he saw your picture on the online dating platform, he was bold enough and confident enough to send you a message. He was bold enough and confident enough to answer your questions. He was bold enough and confident enough to call and text you. He was bold enough and confident enough to do everything that led up to that point when he says, I can't afford to pursue you. Get off the phone. Get off the phone. Do not respond to that text. This guy is playing games. You are not the one. That's all that sentence means. Stop playing mind games with yourself and realize what things mean quickly. If you don't understand what it means and you just know in your spirit you don't like it, every woman knows when she's dumbing down, settling, or taking less. You have that spirit of discernment that's within you that's like, oh my gosh, I hope. As soon as you get that, oh my gosh, I hope this isn't what I think it is. I hope this isn't what it looks like it is. I hope that this turns out good. I hope that me settling and accommodating this man brings me the beautiful life that I've always been dreaming for. I hope that this situation is just a test and he's really an amazing knight in shining armor that's not going to play with me, but that's going to look at my willingness to accept whatever he offers as the blessing that he always dreamed of, and he's going to just honor me for the rest of our lives together with these beautiful life and protection and provision in his. Stop all this foolery. Stop it. It's sad. It's really sad. And your friends and family, they're tired of watching you live this life. They're tired of watching you go on and on for years, weddingless, manless, hopeless. You mean, it's just enough is enough. Stop selling yourself pure lies. I remember watching a particular celebrity's love story. And I'm going to tell you guys this last little story, and then this is going to be the end of this video. Because as usual, it's longer than I expected. So I was watching this particular celebrity's love story, and she was talking about her first date with her husband. Now, mind you, this celebrity is an R&B singer, and her husband is an NBA legend, okay? And both of them met each other at the height of their careers, okay? So they're millionaires, all right? Perfect. Now, they were introduced to each other by another legend, R&B legend, okay? Soul legend. Great. They go on their first date, and everything went super well. At the conclusion of the date, the gentleman says he forgot his wallet at home. She paid for the date, and the rest is history. They fell in love. They've been together forever. They have a beautiful life together, a beautiful family. Que sera, sera. Now, I had shared this story one time with a friend of mine. When I shared that story with her, her thoughts were, see, sometimes you do need to XYZ for a gentleman, and look how she got blessed. No, ma'am, that is not the way to take that story at all. Look at all the pieces of the puzzle here. These two people are equally yoked. Well, let us say they are in the same marketplace. This young lady knows she doesn't have the money her NBA legend husband had at the time. But they are both celebrities within their own right, and they both amass wealth. They have a following. They're in the same realm. Wherever they went to eat dinner, of course, it's not going to be your local what have you, right? They have to protect their privacy. She's going out with a gentleman that she is very sure this man can be her husband. He can be her protector. He can be her provider. His reputation precedes him. So there's nothing about that situation that happened that would strike you as a red flag other than, is he testing me? Or is this guy just, let me see. Now, the conclusion of that story is that he ended up taking care of it, and he did want to see how she would respond in a situation like that. And she said she had a great time and she didn't have an issue. She was like, and she just kept it cool and copacetic. Now, I have a friend that she's very much like, I don't talk on the phone, and that's just across the board. Her talking on the phone is limited to, what's up, what are we doing? I'm around the corner, holler at me when we get there. Click. She's not sitting on the phone talking to you about anything other than where are we linking up and hanging up the phone. Now, she's in graduate school and her classmate contacted her. They were in a group together to complete a project. The gentleman called her phone. She said, hey, look, I'm on my way to PF Chang. If you want to talk, meet me up there. Otherwise, she didn't say otherwise. She said, if you want to talk, you can meet me up there, and hung up the phone. Click. She doesn't even wait for you to respond or say yes or no or nothing. She hung up the phone. She got a boot, sat down. The gentleman pulled up a few minutes later. They sat up there, talked, ate, blah, blah, blah. The menu came. The bill came. She took the bill. He's like, what are you doing? She's like, well, I invited you here. It's not an issue. He's like, wow. He was taken aback. Now, he's an alpha male, and that's not going to work for him. But he did allow her to pay the bill, and she never paid for anything else. They end up getting married, having a wonderful life together, and he took care of every single thing for her. The bottom line is, it's like you have to know who you're with, the company that you're keeping. These scenarios are like anomalies, you know. They're isolated events that worked out for these women because they knew who they were dealing with. And when you know yourself, your limitations, your boundaries, what you will accept, what won't work for you, what will work for you, then you will be easily able to identify the gentleman that's your match. So I have more stories to share, of course, but I'm going to wrap this up with a bow and just give you these things to think on. Definitely always want to keep a paper and pencil close by, take notes, rewatch the video, like, share, comment, subscribe. And definitely, I will be seeing you all very, very soon, as in the next one.
Speech on. Stop recording video.